Hello guys, this is Zango Deathbrand, and welcome to my Dark Souls 2 Scholar of the First Sin Noob's Guide. And we're basically just gonna get into it. We gotta sit through this really long cutscene though. I'm gonna shut up so y'all can listen.
Perhaps you've seen it. Maybe in a dream. A murky, forgotten land. A place where souls may mend your ailing mind. You will lose everything. Once branded. The symbol of the curse. An augur of darkness. Your past, your future, your very light. None will have meaning, and you won't even care. By then, you'll be something other than human. A thing that feeds on souls, a hollow. Long ago, in a walled-off land far to the north, a great king built a great kingdom. I believe they called it Drang Lake. Perhaps you're familiar. No, how could you be? But one day, you will stand before its decrepit gate without really knowing why.
That is a really haunting scene right there. And I don't know, am I the one who's noticed this, but these are the same things that are found in Shrine of Amana. Those, firefly things. I don't know if there's a connection to that, but I just noticed that. Kinda weird that I just noticed that. If you look at the reflection, it changes. The reflection is an image of an old city. What these are, the souls, it's kind of messed up.
Like a moth drawn to a flame.
Well,
your wings will burn in anguish. Time after time.
what I'm thinking just happened there,
For that
I don't. A lot of people keep
is
saying that
your
it's
fate.
like darkness just took a
The
hold of him. I think
fate
he just
of
hollowed.
the cursed.
That's what it looks like. It looked like he just kind of lost everything. It looked like he just snapped and he just went. I'm gonna jump in here and die. Like, cause when you spawn in, you're hollowed, but in this, you're human. Like you're not green or anything yet. I'm assuming you just went hollow right there. I may be wrong, but I'm just saying because it shows your dark side, it shows your eyes turn black, and then your weird hand. I don't get that. I don't get the part of your hand, but man, I love 60 frames per second. This game actually looks really good on this version in comparison to the 360 and PS3 version. But see what I mean? He's hollow now, but in that whole cinematic, he was human. And this, I hate, because it makes it where you don't feel you're playing as a dude to start off with, and the cutscene, you're a guy. You can even take off your armor, and you're a dude, which makes no sense. Like, it just shows you playing as a female character, and it really gets on my nerves. But since this is a noob guide, I'm actually, believe it or not, I'm not going to do what everyone does. I'm not going to show you where everything is. I'm going to show you how to get through the game, and I'm going to show you how to do it with one of the best builds for a new player. No, we're not going to be a tank build. We're going to be a cleric. I just find playing as a tank build boring, and I like playing as a cleric. And also, before I go any further, I'm going to listen to all the dialogue in the game. So yeah, if you don't like that, deal with it. I'm sorry, but it's a Noob's Guide. You gotta listen to the dialogue, and I can explain stuff as I go along.
What seems to be the ruckus?
Oh my, your face. The face of the curse. It's an undead. An undead has come to play. They all end up here. All the ones like you. You spoke to that kind old dear, didn't you?
You're finished. You'll go hollow. Yes, you'll become one of them.
Hollows prey upon men, feast upon their souls. This is the fate of the cursed.
What is your name?
Now the big thing with them asking your name, it shows kind of if you're how hollowed you are. Because if you can't remember your own name, you're pretty much lost beyond all hope. Like, there's a character later in the game who can't remember her own name. And for you guys who are veterans, you know who I'm talking about. But later in the game, she can't remember who she is. She doesn't know her name later. She says, I pray that you remember my name because I may not myself soon. And it's interesting because you're like, man, she's about to go completely hollow and about to go completely insane. And yes, I have a really weird name for my character. Deal with it. And yes, I'm going to be that guy.
At least you know your own name.
See what I mean?
Here's your reward for sharing. It's a human effigy.
Take a closer look.
Who do you think it's supposed to be? Think back, deep into your past. Yes, it's an effigy of you.
So basically in this game, the human effigies are, like humanities from Dark Souls 1. Okay, I'm gonna just go ahead and create my character real fast, and I'll stay, I don't want that. I'm just gonna add in some stuff real fast. It won't take long. At least it shouldn't. I really don't like how this thing has to use the pad, like the arrow pad, not the other one, but you get what I mean. I just hate that, because I'm used to other games where you use the, sticks. Anyway, but I'm trying to think what I'm going to talk about. It's kind of weird because I'm not used to all this stuff, but it's like, it's just interesting how the way this game is different from Dark Souls 1, because in Dark Souls 1, this game has a lot more exposition, if you know what I mean. Like, I'm not going to go into the specifics of each class, mainly because I'll go into the specifics about each, gift, because the classes explain themselves, but the real life, it just little bitty health increase, doesn't really freaking matter. Human effigy, you just get an extra human effigy, but doesn't matter because you can get one right at the start. Healing wares, I personally like it because you get extra healing items and you get poison curing items, which is very useful. Homeward Bone, you don't need it because you can get like 5 of them right at the start of the game. Seed of a Tree of Giants, negotiable. All it really does is when you use it, it makes all the enemies in the area hostile towards invaders. It's useful, but I personally don't use them. Bonfire Ascetic, that's one of the better ones. It pretty much makes the game on New Game Plus if you've beaten the boss already. And Petrified Something, you can use that to trade with the crows right outside here and get an item. You could get like an upgrade material or a rare weapon, one or the other. But yeah, this is what I'm gonna look like. I'm gonna be a cleric, and here we go.
All people come here for the same reason. To break the curse.
You're no different, I should think. Doesn't stand a chance. Well, you never know.
Oh boy. I like this part.
Go through the door and trot along to the kingdom.
Is it that easy?
But remember, hold on to your souls. They're all that keep you from going hollow.
Okay.
Oh, I'll fool you no longer. You lose your souls. All of them. Over and over again.
Psychotic old women. Neato. I really don't like these women. Anyway. Now, I like how the game starts like that. It flat out tells you that's pretty much the developers talking to you, saying you're gonna die over and over again. And those are just people playing. Those players, ghosts of other players. So you break that wagon, and you get an item there. See him? That guy right there. He's got a great sword and a casting tool. Weird. But these are pretty much the tutorial things. See, bonfires placed to read. It's just pretty much bonfires or checkpoints, which this is a bonfire. Little thing you need to note, you can light torches there if you have a torch. Torches are fairly useful in this game, only useful in a couple areas though. Those areas being, let's see, areas. 2 areas that I can only think they're useful in is probably, mainly only the gutter. The gutter's pitch black just about. But I'm not going to go through any of the tutorial area, because that's something y'all are going to have to discover on your own. I'm just going to be showing you how to get through the game. Exploring is up to you. I'm going to show you the route to get through the game. The easiest route between the 4 bosses you're going to have to kill, the 4 main bosses you have to kill before you can go to the castle, and stuff like that. But I don't think we're going to get into any big boss fights this episode, so let's see what I can do. And weapon. Because new players, when they start this class, are like, why can't I use this weapon? You can, you just have to two-hand it and use it perfectly. You see my mace icon on the bottom left. Oh, by the way, pick this item up because it's a very useful item. That hammer is very useful, and so is the casting tool. So is the binoculars here. I'm kind of all over the place at the moment, not really organized with this. What you do to use this weapon, see how it shows the little red X? Hit Y, triangle, and two-handed, it goes away. Now you can actually properly use the weapon. Now, when you get to Majula, what I would recommend you do, go over here, and hit this rock. Oh, crap. And don't fall like I just did. There's the splash yard. Don't go over there, because there's demon pigs that are going to murder your face. Don't go down in that hole, either. That's for a different part of the game. We're not going to go there till way later. And this guy's kind of your armor dude. Like when you kill a boss, at least most bosses, you can come here and you can buy his armor. You can buy shields from him. But he doesn't really sell weapons. He just sells the 3 shields and armor sets. That's all he sells. As you buy more stuff from him, stuff gets better. It's not like you have to the first to get some of his stuff better. You gotta spend 1,000 souls, and then to get everything, get his best amount of inventory, get everything he can sell. You have to buy 1,000 souls for stuff. Which seems like a lot. And I'm talking to the cat on the wall. Okay, shout.